this way. Hey, guess who it is? It's not cooking with Dorothy, it's cooking with Drew.
Oh, look, you can see my finger.
That's what I meant.
Is that what you meant?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Well, you might just be stuck with my finger for a minute as I take.
That's okay. All right, team. So tonight on Cooking with Dorothy, we have a guest appearance.
I actually called it Cooking with Drew.
Cooking with Drew?
I did.
Oh, you did?
I gave you that title.
Oh, thank you. Maybe we have a new cooking series coming up.
Oh, that'd be nice. Cooking with Drew.
Would you like me to take over for a month?
Yeah, let's do it.
Then Dorothy's going to do workouts.
Nope, Drew still do those too.
I got to do...
I'm very busy.
I'm doing Cooking with Dorothy and workouts.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Okay. All right, so today we are making this aloe juice, and I got to tell you, we have been loving it. We've been having it every day for quite a while now. And I was like, hey, Dorothy, what if I shared my aloe recipe? And she's like, sure, why not? And then down.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, we got it. Whew.
Annette's in here.
All right, hey, Annette. Okay.
She says hello.
I'm excited. Okay.
I got everyone tagged. I'm just going to pull up the video on the group here.
Okay, we have some...
So I can see comments.
We have some very easy ingredients here. We only have 3 ingredients. 3 ingredients.
Oh, and Hilda's in here too.
Plus water. Hey, Mom. 3 ingredients plus water. So, our 3 ingredients are lemon. We have a really nice organic raw honey. And then we have, and if you can get local, that's even better. And then we have aloe. This is actually called dragon's tail juice. Okay, so I'm gonna jump into it, but let me show you our tools.
And it says Drew's cooking, so I couldn't miss that.
What are you saying, Annette? I cook all the time, thank you.
Well,
So this is the dragon's tail. Doesn't that look like a dragon's tail? But I like dragons, so I don't want to eat dragons. This is just fun. This is just for fun. Okay, so
what would you say if a kid said, "Are dragons real?"
I would tell them they are as real as you want them to be.
Nice answer. Because kids always ask me that at school, and I never know what to say.
They said, are dragons real?
They say, "Are dragons real?" Same about unicorns.
Now you know. Now you know what to say. You're welcome.
Thank you.
I'll teach your class too.
Sure.
What are you gonna do all day? Eat hummus. Dorothy made a really nice hummus today. It was fantastic. Mm-hmm. Dorothy just be laying there with veggies and hummus all over her.
Annette says, "That's what you say. It looks like Dorothy always cooks."
Oh, that's not true. That's a lie.
80%.
Excuse me?
80%.
You do not cook 80% of the time.
I do.
You may cook like 60% here when you're not teaching.
Not 60, way more.
When you're teaching,
Let's keep track.
When you're teaching,
really
it's like 8%.
That's not true. That's not true. I always make my lunch.
You do, yeah. What about dinner?
Yep, do that too. Breakfast, you betcha.
Kombucha, smoothies.
Well, that's vitamins. That doesn't count as food.
What's kombucha, smoothies? What else we got? Mag, morning tea. No,
that's vitamins.
There's silence.
That's not food.
Okay, so I want to show you my tools here. So this is our blender. This is our Pampered Chef blender. It's actually really nice. We're really enjoying it. This is glass, which is fantastic. I put 2 cups of water in this. We didn't give you the recipe or the ingredients, so I'm guessing no one's going to be making this with me. So I'm just going to run through what we got in case you want to make it in the future. So we have 2 cups of boiled water in our blender. Are you good there?
Yep, I'm good.
And then we have a lemon. So we got a couple lemons here. I'm just going to use 1 lemon. So one that's probably small size lemon, maybe medium size, probably small size lemon. And then I got a few different aloes here. This one actually broke off. And it was laying on the street. So I was like, Dorothy, we're going to take that and eat it. So we're gonna eat that.
Well, laying on the sidewalk.
Yeah, what did I say?
Street.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, it's laying on the sidewalk. This one was one of these, so we chopped this down and we're like eating it. So we eat. I'll show you how much we eat about a day or drink a day. So the benefits of aloe are fantastic. There's endless benefits. This is actually from Ayurvedic medicine, and you can start off with digestion. It's really good to help with digestion. If you have upset stomach, if you have indigestion, that's really helpful. But aloe in particular is known to help improve digestion. So I think that's why a lot of people are starting to put it in their drinks. How you doing there?
I don't know. It seems like it's popping on and off.
What is?
The connection.
Oh, for you or for everyone?
I don't know.
Maybe you guys could let us know in the comments if you have any issues there.
Yeah.
So aloe is also really good for skincare. So most, especially women, know that you have aloe in like all of your skincare products, right? So aloe is really good for skincare. It's really moisturizing and it's healing. So if you guys have sunburns, for example, it's really helpful for sunburns. If you have any like scrapes or burns, it helps with that as well. Dry skin, it helps with. So I'll show you what we do with when I slice this up. I'll show you what we do.
Oh, Zach's in here.
Hey Zach.
And he says connection is good.
Awesome.
Annette says connection is good, so it just must be mine.
Just Dorothy having some issues
Just
there.
must be me.
Okay, so all right, so and then of course we have the lemon. So lemon is very alkalizing. It tastes great as well, but alkalizing to your body. So when you have lemon, it helps alkalize your body. When your body's in an acidic state, it's more susceptible to dis-ease in your body. It's not as strong as it should be, and also your body just doesn't work and function as well as it usually would if it's in an acidic or in an alkaline state. So alkaline state, we need things like lemon. Acidic state, you can look at sugar, processed food, sometimes red meat. There's a bunch of different things that will put your body into a acidic state. Gotcha. I usually have Dorothy right next to me, correcting me.
I'm still right here.
So that's lemon. So that's why we put the lemon in there. So lemon for a nice flavor, and it's also really nice for alkalizing the body. When we look at aloe, we're looking at digestion, healing properties, and then you can use the skin for other reasons as well, which is what I like about it. You can use like every part of it basically. And then we have our honey. Try to find local honey if you can, local farmers. That localized honey will help improve your immune system. It's also a natural sweetener, of course, and tastes fantastic. And then if it comes from a local farmer, the bees actually, like the bees around the area, they pollinate the flowers, and then they get the honey.
What do they do?
How
do they get the honey?
They don't get the honey.
Or how do they get it?
They go like this. And then they land on the pollen. And the pollen actually goes on their legs, right? And then they fly back to their nest. It's not a nest. They go back to their nest, and then they make the honey. You see how I do that there? Bzzz. If I was only a bee, a bee's life.
Beekeeper.
I wanted bees. Zach, we should have bees. I think you'd bees. You got chickens, so why not bees? We're gonna put bees on the roof because I heard you could do that. So anyways, if you could find local honey, unpasteurized honey, and of course raw. Pasteurized honey is heated. Anything pasteurized, like even milk. We're doing some research around milk, and like cow's milk, they want to pasteurize it to burn off any bacteria, but that also burns off all the nutrients as well. So if you're looking at cow's milk, we would recommend grass-fed raw milk, but they have a really strong monopoly or even like restrictions around milk, so it's hard to find it. Even in the US, there's only certain states.
There's only 2 states. California's one and Washington's one.
Actually, we went to a farmer's market and someone gave us a glass of raw milk, and I haven't had raw milk for years, and it was amazing. It was like, wow. It didn't even taste like milk.
You asked that lady so many questions.
I asked like a million questions. She's like, will this guy leave? Someone get this guy out of here.
Because at that time we didn't know that you could even sell it, because in Canada you can't sell raw milk.
Yeah, but you can get raw milk from farmers.
Farmers are friends. If you got the insider connection. Or have your own cow.
You can have your own cow. We need a cow. We need a cow, bees, and chickens. Let's do it. Okay, so that's the ingredients we have, and then we boil our water, of course, that we talk about often. And that's it. We have this really cool. This is like a ancient.
It's an antique.
Lemon squeezer. We actually got it as a gift.
It was gifted to us. Yeah.
What does it say? We are ever.
I never have read that.
Aluminum trademark.
Zach says we want bees, but Liz is concerned with people and their chemicals they spray on their plants and lawns.
Oh,
No, I never thought of that. Hey. When you see people spraying, you're like, "Don't do it!"
I yelled out.
He yelled out the window at one lady.
Just recently. Stop spraying!
Keep the bees alive!
Yeah, that's a problem. But you wonder what but I wonder what what do the farmers do that have raw honey, right?
I don't know.
Because in Canada, in Alberta, they spray we're surrounded by canola fields. They spray those, right? So.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So how do you have raw unpasteurized honey locally? I don't know. Anywho.
And Zach says, "Cow share."
Cow share, yeah. Yeah, we'll keep this cow alive. Because you can buy cows for the deep freeze.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I'm like, keep this cow alive. What?
Okay, we don't want to insult any farmers that live a little differently. We don't know who. Do we have any of them in our group that butcher cows? Which is fine. You guys do what you want with cows. I just wouldn't. Myself. I would. We watched.
Oh gosh. Meet the Parents.
We meet the Parents not too long ago, and he was talking about milking the cat.
Not seriously. It was a joke.
Not that you can't. Okay, so let me get into this. All I'm doing is slicing this into quarters. So we did this one time, and everyone had a different lemon squeezer. And if you don't have a lemon squeezer, I gotta tell you, it's fantastic.
It's a life changer.
It's a life changer. So
this one is the best one we've ever had.
Yeah, this one is amazing. It gets every single drop out. So you could put that in half, or let me do this in. If you guys are cutting, anytime you're cutting, make sure it's flat as often as possible. Because if you're cutting like this, it's rocking back and forth.
It's very slippery.
It's dangerous. And the knife is something else I wanted to tell you about. If you have a chef's knife for the aloe, we're gonna lay this flat and cut it. I'll show you. But see, we also had a serrated. Yeah, serrated knife. This is a Cutco, beautiful knife, but it's not gonna work as well in this case here. So if you have a nice chef's knife, this will be fantastic. But we're big Cutco fans. So I'm gonna cut that in quarters, and I'll drop it in there.
That says her husband's friend has bees in Manitoba.
That's cool. You had a teacher friend that had bees.
Yeah, and then unfortunately he found out the hard way that he was allergic.
Oh,
and
no.
had to get rid of them.
Look at this. I don't know how well you can see that, but that is a pancake. I don't know if
you get so much juice out of this one.
This is. Can we get any more drops out of that?
Okay, Drew. Sorry.
Okay, so that Dorothy getting excited over there.
Okay, move it along here.
I'm enjoying myself.
I know.
I'm enjoying my spotlight with cooking with Dorothy.
Okay,
We're
I'll
gonna
let you enjoy.
Squeeze that one down, and then I'll do the half for you guys.
You're very excited. Put your lemon squeezer.
Let me show you the half now. We'll squish this one. Oh, Bear's coming up to catch some of the show. Okay, so and then this has a nice little pour thing. Check this out. Ooh.
Did you get a chunk?
No. You shouldn't. We rarely get seeds out of this either.
No, because they go in a different compartment.
Because look at that baby. And so this thing actually catches
all
the seeds and some pulp. I kind of like the pulp, but does such a good job. Okay.
Just one lemon?
I just put one lemon in.
Okay. I thought there was two.
Oh, we do have two, but we only use one.
We only use one. Okay.
Okay, so I want to use this, but I'm not going to use this for experimental purposes. I try to use as much as I can, but the closer you get to the end, the harder it is to get meat out of it. But and I also wanted to tell you guys, if you're going to buy these, we have to find them at the Indian stores, right? More specialty kind of stores. I haven't find them in Olds like you have to
you
go.
ever seen at No Frills? Sometimes they have some more kind of authentic
No,
foods?
I've never.
No?
Maybe at the superstore in Airdrie, but otherwise in the northeast Calgary. Sometimes we go, or a friend goes and says, "Hey, could you grab us one of these?" It's like
And it lasts.
It lasts a
A
while.
big one. The one that we get in at the specialty store is like huge.
it's probably bigger than this.
Yeah.
Probably raised
It lasts.
genetically modified.
Hopefully not.
I'm just kidding. So hopefully, but these grow like, okay. I gotta tell you guys. I don't think I told them. Tell them about me going grocery shopping in the morning, on the weekend.
Drew goes out with his paper bag and his knife.
These usually last about a week, so every Saturday I usually
He
go in the morning
goes and
before anyone's
grocery
awake.
shops in the neighbor's yard.
I half feel bad, but then I don't feel bad. So these grow like crazy here. Like you couldn't go down this one block and not see
An aloe.
half a dozen plants like this. Some are small and some are like ornamentary.
And it says, "This is great. I have aloe."
Ooh, nice.
That's awesome.
Awesome,
I
Anna.
suppose that's an option too.
If
Grow
you have your
your
own.
own.
So I actually got one for my birthday, which was
The best present ever.
yeah, it's an awesome little gift. And we actually ate some of it. It wasn't this big, but it was pretty big. It is pretty big. It's an old. So if you guys can eat some, grow your own aloe plant, eat some of it. But anyway, so this is like a block away, and it's a big empty lot, and there's nothing there. There's a huge empty lot. There's a fence around it, so no one goes in there. But there's a 2 or 3 like big giant plants of this, and then there's a bunch of lavender plants. That's it. So when it's sprouting season or flowering season for the lavender, I'll cut the lavender. Where's my? Can I show the
What do you want to show?
oregano?
Oh, yeah.
So when the lavender, it's like flowering season, I don't know what you call it, I'll go and snip those and I'll put them in a little jar like this, and I'll put them on my desk. So this is actually oregano. So I had a neighbor, and she was like, had a bunch of oregano. She gave me oregano, so I planted it in the backyard, and it's crazy now. She gave me this little tiny plant, and now it's like this big. Like you have to cutting it back, so I just cut it back, and this is oregano. It smells beautiful.
You shouldn't let it go to flower if you're using it, but we kind of like the flowers.
Like there's tons of bees around there.
Yeah.
They love the flowers. They love the oregano flowers for some reason. But anyway, so there's a big lot out there, and there's more. Like this would last two of us a week, and there's more than we could use in 5 years probably if we use it consistently.
Okay, show them how to cut it.
So it just
It's
sits
fun.
there, and I was like, someone should be eating that because it's nourishing for your body. So I half feel like I'm stealing, but then I'm like, it's a good thing. It's a good stealing. No one cares. Like no one's using it. It's been sitting there for 20 years.
Excuse me.
Okay, so all I'm gonna use use about this much. So I'm just gonna slice here. One of the things I should mention is when you if you're gonna cut it, there's like this slimy stuff that kind of comes off. The whole thing is slimy, but this is a bit yellow. And after I cut that off, I let that sit in the sink, and that yellow stuff drips off. And they said that yellow stuff could cause some digestion issues. I don't want that to scare you, but most people aren't going to eat that. We also saw some that was red. Like we pulled that other one that was a bit red, almost looked like it was bleeding a bit. But that will go away, and you can wash it off.
You just rinse it off.
You rinse it off, and it's fine. And it wouldn't. Those people that are used to eating aloe wouldn't have a problem with it. But if you're brand new, I think that's what they were saying. Like if you're just starting to eat aloe, you probably shouldn't eat that yellow or red stuff once you cut it.
Kim says, I made it!
Yay.
Hey, Kim. And then Anna says, wow, my 1 foot wide houseplant oregano has never had blossoms, but I do use it in my cooking.
Awesome. Yeah,
Mm.
it's a great thing. We have really nice herbs in the back, so using them in different ways is
We used what last night? Rosemary?
rosemary. There's tons of health benefits. I was just reading a bunch of things on rosemary. Some guy was talking about like grinding it with his coffee.
Oh, that'd be an interesting flavor.
Yeah. Like we don't drink coffee, but coffee drinkers might consider. Actually, we put in our
Water.
our dinner last night, and then I had a little sprig or twig,
It's pretty good thing.
big sprig, and I dropped that in my water. Tons of health benefits to rosemary. Okay, so all I'm gonna do is chop. This is how much I use every day. So this is the chunk that I'm going to use, and you're going to see it's quite slimy, so hopefully this doesn't freak.
Do you want me to show it closer?
Sure.
To the camera?
Hopefully it doesn't freak too many people out. But
Where's the camera? Right here? Whoa, that's really close, isn't it? This guy's slimy.
I love it. I don't know why. It's really weird. It's a weird obsession, but it's like...
It is an obsession.
It's like slimy. It's like how many things could you have that it's like clear? I just love it because it's like a plant that heals. Like, it's crazy to me. Okay, so the next thing is to cut off these little spikes on the side, and that's going to make a big difference.
So the first time that we bought one of these quite a few years ago, we had no idea how to use it or cut it, and Drew kept asking people at the store. Remember the one lady you asked at the store?
I said, you eat it.
And she's like, oh, no, for my hair.
No, the husband. I don't think she spoke English.
Right.
They picked one up, and I was like, oh, and I was in the section. They grabbed one, and I was like,
how do you eat that?
I think, how do you eat that? And I said, they didn't speak English that well. And I was like, how you gonna eat that? And they're like, no. And then she says, hair. And I was like, oh. So apparently you could put that in your hair too. Got a comment there?
Kim says, I love aloe. I have a plant here that I use for my face and skin. That's
nice.
awesome.
Awesome, Kim. So one of the things to get these little spikies off, if you're not, when I first started, I felt like I was chopping too much of it off. I actually used the potato peeler or vegetable peeler, so that takes those off really nice too. So here's the trick I want to show you, because you want to try to get as much meat as you can off of this. So you see how it's a bit curved? We want to try to make this as flat as possible, which is also why you need a chef's knife. So all I'm going to do is squish this down, and I'm going to try to get as low as I can.
P.S. I'm not allowed to cut the aloe?
Yes, for good reason. Okay, so all I'm going to try to do is squish this down and then cut the whole bottom off. The bottom skin, we'll see how it goes now that I'm on camera and under pressure. Looks like I didn't do a great job first time around, but the good news is I got another shot at it.
What? Yeah.
Okay.
You did okay.
Well, I did okay. I did fantastic, I think.
Oh.
There's just a little chunk there.
I just saw a little meat piece. So this bits, this is the part that we would rub on our skin. On our face and arms.
So because of the sun, we get dry skin here, but this is what I do.
And I thought Drew was crazy at first.
Dorothy thinks I'm crazy all the time.
Yeah, but
so I don't wash that off. I don't know if you're supposed to wash it off. Let me know if anyone finds that out. So that's what I do. I also do that with
Can you rub it all in, please?
I'm talking here. I also do that with mango, and we had mango last night, and avocado. The skin. Okay.
And then he's like, where did that avocado skin go?
Dorothy's like, I threw it away. I'm like, I wasn't done with it.
I put them in the compost.
Oh yeah, in the compost.
I don't throw them away.
And then this, so you also put this on your skin. So Dorothy and I will both grab a piece, and we will rub it on our skin like this, and now you have nice moisturizing skin. Ah, yes.
Moisturizing skin.
Okay, so I did a pretty good job of that one. So let's do the other side now, so I can throw this chunk in. It is a bit slimy, like I told you.
Do you need a little cloth or something, or are you good?
No, I think I'm good. So you could do this two ways. I think I'm gonna go this way. Try to go this way again.
But is it slimy on the top?
Yeah, I'm good though.
You're good?
I got this.
I don't watch this very often because it's hard to watch.
Okay, look at that chunk. So I did. Oh, look at that. That's a really good job.
You can use that. You can use that later.
So you can either put put this in a container in the fridge, or we usually use that like between the two of us, we'll do our legs and we'll do our arms, and then that will be compost. But if there's only one of you using it, like Dorothy wasn't using it before when it was a bit new, then I had a bunch of leftovers. And some people say to use the whole thing. This actually came from our Sri Lankan medicine man.
This juice.
Yeah. So he brought us over to his house and he taught some Buddhism, some meditation, and how to nourish your body properly. They're all Ayurvedic kind of medicine. And he grew this on his land, and then they would chop this up and they put it in a drink with some other leaves. It tasted horrible.
The whatever herb he put in there.
So bad.
Oh, it was hard.
So we're sitting there like, come over for breakfast. So we come over for breakfast, and I think his wife, him and his wife, they kind of took turns, and they're making this.
Speak English.
No, but I mean they took turns making it.
Oh yeah.
And they had a blender there, but come over. So then they would make us like this drink before we would talk about some meditation and healing, and then we'd have breakfast with them. Not all the time, but it was more and more toward when we were leaving, and then they didn't want us to leave. And then the kids were crying when we were leaving. It was so sad.
And then they asked us to come back, remember?
Yeah, you come back. You stay with us.
You stay with us and you come back.
Yeah. So here's the chunk of this aloe. It's beautiful. I think this might be a bit like not as ripe as the last one.
Mm.
So anyways, I'm going to throw that whole chunk in. You could chop that up depending on what kind of blender you have, but we have a really nice blender. So that's getting dropped in there like that. And then I used to wash my hands, but I don't really wash my hands. And it doesn't dry sticky. It just dries like nothing. Any more comments there?
No.
Okay. So then I'm going to all I'm going to do is grab about, what would you say this is, Dorothy? A teaspoon? Or tablespoon? So this is about a tablespoon of raw honey. So that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to drop that in there. And of course we're the only ones eating this. So I'm going to use my fingers. And that's it. So, it's so good.
I want to lick the spoon.
Okay.
That's so my job. I'll lick the honey spoon.
The aloe is quite bitter. Having it on your own, but I mean, it's not something like you're not going to see something this clean or this, I don't know, even authentic. If you like at the convenience store, right? Sometimes they have the chunks in there, chunks of aloe. I don't know what it is. I'd be surprised if it was aloe.
They do have like I don't know, I've seen aloe juice, but then you look at the ingredients, it's got stuff in it.
Yeah,
Sugar and
sure.
So it's not really health, like it's not a health food then.
No, it's just commercialized, like most stuff. So anyways, I'm not going to blend this because that's not exciting for you guys to hear a blender blend up. But that's it. Like, of course, this takes me like 5 minutes in the morning when I like get up in the morning and I chop this up and that's it. So it's really nice way to start the day. And you just feel better, like feel nutritionized. Like as soon as you wake up, like and we have lots going on. Of course, we have all of our teas and we have our mags and our kombuchas. So we have a lot going on in the morning, but this just offers a nice alternative, I suppose, to different way to get nutrients in your body.
That's it.
You good?
We're good.
Okay.
Maybe once you blend it, you could put a picture up of it.
Sure. That's a good idea. We'll blend it right away, and then we'll post the picture for you guys.
Thanks for tuning in.
Oh, yeah.
Cooking with Drew.
Yeah, I might be back next week.
If anybody is adventurous and makes their own, let us know.
Yeah, Anna might. I think it's it's definitely a stretch for most people to try this, but we thought it'd be fun anyways to let you know what we do with it.
Yeah.
What do we have? We have workouts tomorrow morning, 6:30 a.m. Mountain Time. So bring a chair and a band. I don't have that planned yet, but we'll let you know in the morning. Just make sure you have weights or a chair. And anything else?
That's it.
Ashley's brand new to the group. Welcome, Ashley. She just came in. And then we have some birthdays. I think it's Louise's birthday tomorrow. And then Dion and Kim, their birthdays just passed. So, happy birthday to you guys.
It was a big birthday month in our group.
Yeah, for sure. We had lots going on. But thank you guys so much for joining live. Thanks for checking the replay as well. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow morning, bright and early for workout.
Bye, everyone.